Well, good morning, guys, and welcome back to the shed. My name is Lonnie. Hi, y'all. I'm Candace. It has not been a great sales day. We have 4, and only one of them is really worth my time. These two things listed yesterday. This sold for $7.50 free shipping. It came out of the bulk lot, but it was in, man, I wish I could get that to focus. It's a Def Leppard Pyromania pin, and it's not dated. It was in a lot. It was in the lot of like 450 stuff, but it was in like a box of pins that were not even anything that was listed, and stuff that was not really counted. Like, this is a whole box of I don't even know what. We'll throw that in, and so I essentially have nothing into that. Sort of the same deal here. These were part of that bunch of slot car parts that I got for essentially nothing, and have been making small lots trying to figure out how to make it as profitable as it can be with as little sell-through time and as little effort, because there's no such thing as making money with no effort, but there's also such a thing as making no money with lots of effort. And so I can't afford to spend hours and hours in a week of my time trying to figure out listing these piddly things that are worth maybe $2 profit if I'm lucky on the back end. So these had a barcode, had a price, had multiple quantities, and my goal in selling this stuff is to get it to a hobby shop who can then turn around and sell these for $4 a piece. And so they bought them for me $12.99 free shipping, and they can probably double up on the other side. $9.99 plus shipping. I would have $1 a piece into these books, because that's what my local Goodwill sells hardback books for, $1 a piece. And this, I paid $16 for this crock pot. It's a 2.5 quart. It is a weird thing. Like, you can plug it into, like, it has a receiver plug on this side, and you can plug it in and you can daisy chain. I think they say up to 6 units, but then the bigger units count as 2. And so there's instructions on the back of how to daisy chain it all together. But anyway, they're desirable. I paid $16 a piece for them, and this one sold for $74 free shipping. And it'll be pretty easy to ship, but that's the whole day. I thought it said I had 5. The app's still screwed up from the pants that were a fiasco with the buyer last week. And so it does say I'm supposed to ship 5, but I do only have 4 orders. And then this Cubs jacket. Cubs jacket, monster cable. Came from the Storage Locker eBay store buyout. And so I'm $1 into it. I listed it for $27. And I had a buyer say, would you take 20? And I said, it's been listed for like an hour. I could do 25, which isn't a big discount, but also, like, it's obviously a desirable jacket. And they said, okay, let's do it. And they paid right away. And I was in the middle of shipping yesterday, but I was done with the video. So I went ahead and packed and shipped it yesterday. And so you didn't get to see that one. So in large part, this is what it looks like to be a full-time eBay reseller when you're not making goals and not hitting numbers to make it worth. I mean, it's worth staying home even if I'm not making money, because I have 6 kids and somebody needs to be here for a lot of what they need. And daycare is expensive, and the opportunity cost of paying someone else to raise your children and all of that. And I'm not throwing shade at anybody who makes that choice for themselves. It's just, with eBay, I have the opportunity to not. But on days where I have like 3 sales that I make, I have 4 sales total, and 3 of them probably are going to make me a total of $15. Something's got to change. I've got the one where I made, I'll probably end up with $50, even less than that, probably $40 on that sale. Is good, but I need a lot more of those and a lot less minuscule profits. So what do you do to get there? So I'm having terrible sales all day. And so I need to do something to get things going. On the way to taking Big Sister to school, I both received and sent offers that were accepted. So that would be where I'd start. If you have offers available to you, send aggressive offers. If somebody has sent you an offer that leaves a bad taste in your mouth but money in your pocket, accept that offer. We can't go about complaining that we're not getting any sales on eBay if we're not sending and receiving offers that are profitable. So that's the first place. My partner crapped out on me. So we're back out here. It's still early, and I had 4 more sales based on offers sent, received, and accepted. So that's a good tactic. It doesn't always work. It doesn't, like I sent 20 and got 4 sales. That's a pretty good return. You guys are getting a fill of Ruby today. Hi, baby. She woke up, so she's out here with me. I had this priced pretty aggressively at $18. And I mean, you would think this little Tykes belt wouldn't necessarily be worth that much, but there are people who have this priced at $30. And if you have the tools that came with it, 60 and more. But I had it priced low at 18, free shipping. Somebody sent me a message and asked if I'd take 15. And normally I am not going to accept an offer with a story. It feels disingenuous every time. It doesn't really matter. It annoys me. And today I'm like, I don't have enough sales to have the luxury of being annoyed. I just need to take $15 for this and call it a sale. This sold for $15. It's missing about every part it can be missing. But if you have a bunch of the accessories, it's in nice shape. And it does have, I mean, the glass and these wheels that can be missing. And it's not cracked or broken or scratched or faded. So it's okay. So I got it at the retro truckload sale in October. And it took forever to sell, considering it's a G.I. Joe part. It should have sold in a week or two, but I priced it right. So anyway, I got an offer for this for $15. And the buyer, $14.90, I think. Buyer came in at exactly $25. So they sent me the offer and I accepted that one. So I had this listed, Farm King sweatshirt, vintage. Had it listed for $12.99 and sent out a 10% offer, which would only been $1.30. And so $11.70. And they came back at $10 plus shipping. And the market's pretty limited on that one, so I thought I probably better take that just to get it sold. We did not want any more stroller time. We wanted it to be held. And this Wisconsin Harley-Davidson 4XL with the big badge on the front. Paid $450 for it a couple of weeks ago. I thought I was going to have massive success on Whatnot with those. It was a massive failure, and I almost quit Whatnot about it. But then I got to get back to selling books on Whatnot or anything on Whatnot. And so I listed those on eBay and at $20 plus shipping. And this one ended up selling for $15 on an offer today because I needed to make some sales. Something I used to say all the time and haven't said in a long time is sales beget sales. If you sell things, eBay will reward that with more traffic and verified buyers who will buy things. So taking an offer that you're not comfortable with, like I said before, if it leaves a bad taste in your mouth and money in your pocket, you're still money ahead. You're more likely to make some sales if you're making sales. And if your store is dead, then that is a very hard hill to climb. And so if you just start taking whatever offers happen, and it gets the ball rolling. It gets you some momentum, right, Ruby? Tell them. Yeah, it gets the ball moving. Gets the ball rolling down the hill. Yeah. So I would suggest taking almost any profitable offer. Like if somebody's offering you 50% of the value of an item that's worth, $100 and they want to buy it for $50. Maybe that's not good unless you really, really need a sale. But, you know, if somebody comes in at $25 off on a $100 item, it's probably worth taking the offer, because sales beget sales, and what you want to do is sell. You are a store, not storage, to steal a term from Drew, who he probably stole from somebody else. Sales beget sales. You're going to make more sales when you're making more sales. I think there's a mental health capacity to it. Like, if you have a bunch of down days, you're going to be down on the whole thing, and getting sales to move will help motivate you to continue the climb, right? Tell them, look at that baby. Look at that baby. Look how cute that baby is. Okay, so we picked up Evelyn from Goodwill, and you can tell that we're at Goodwill, and we're going to see if we can find something super cool.
I'm super cool.
You sure are. Oh, you're such a silly goose. All right, let's go see if we can find something cool. Would you look at that? All those $50 boots are still there. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Oh, that's that flash stuff. Nothing cool in the cases. So on the new cart rack, $7.88 for some Ariat jeans. Relax boot rebar. Them to be 33s. Everything in me wants to say that this is worth picking up. $5.44. $19.99 Warner Brothers. Thundercats. But at $5.44, the last time I owned this shirt, it sat for 2 years. So these at $11 a piece are the kind of thing that if a person had a booth, you could probably get $30, $40 a piece, or if you could identify them, you could probably sell them on eBay for quite a bit. They wouldn't be impossible to ship. They'd be a roll trick eBay. This thing, if it was sealed, would probably be worth a little bit of money, but I've never comped this out and felt like it was worth buying. And it is something that I've seen quite a bit of. I might need to get this to go with my Larry Boy plush that still hasn't sold. Ooh, don't let Evelyn see that Blippy pillow. So more fake Nintendo shirts here. This one, they would have a date somewhere on them, and that is not what the tag looks like on a Nintendo shirt. This is a beautiful shirt, and I like it, but it's still fake. 3XLT, $5.44. That's a pink label. Sometimes they run out of pink labels and they use those gray. Pearl snap, short sleeve. That's probably a get. It's Plainsman, which is Eli Cattleman affiliated. We gotta try pretty hard to ruin a corduroy Levi's pearl snap. But at $9.50 or whatever, $9.15, it no longer is appealing. But man, it's cool. So I think I'm putting both of these back. This is just, if it was long sleeve or a better pattern, it might be better. And these are just, these Ariat jeans are so aggressively ironed that I just think that is a major detriment to them as far as the market of people who might want to buy it. So it's not very often that we leave with nothing, and this time we didn't actually leave with nothing, but nothing to sell. A coffee table I wanted for the house, a foosball table to go with the boys' air hockey and pool tables, and Evelyn got a book. My next tip for boosting your sales was going to be run to the thrift store, go find something with a really good sell-through rate. Even if it doesn't have huge margin, then you can still get it listed, priced aggressively, make a little bit of money, and get that ball rolling. But that didn't work out for us at the first thrift store. We're going to hit one more and just see if we can get it there. So we are at the Goodwill that is generally not much count. We'll see if we can find anything. This place is normally good for some new items carts. This is not a subject I deal with much, like vintage supply, vintage kitchen stuff. You look adorable. That one probably isn't worth much. That avocado skillet might be. They've got this carafe for a Ninja ice thing, but they've got it marked at $5. So that's not worth my time. Let's see what else there is. This store normally way overly aggressively prices their appliances. You don't even have a cord? Yeah, not even a cord on that. Maybe it had a cord at some point and somebody took it out, but it doesn't have a cord now. How about a West Bend wok? If that's not hugely overpriced at $11, then and probably no cord. Doesn't feel like it has a cord at all. So how common is this chair? Do you guys see this chair a lot? This one is common, and it says steel case on the bottom. Yep, steel case. I didn't peek ahead of time, I just knew that. Now, what you would want to look for is a chair that looks like this, very similar to that. And it would say Knoll International on it. And the difference between the steel case and the Knoll International is notable. IKEA Poang footrest. How about $1.84 for a super Piggly Wiggly plush? How crazy is that thing? So being not in the South currently, I think I'm not exposed to this enough to realize how common it is, but it's still pretty cool, but not worth buying. So these are not the best sellers in the world, but these are vintage, they're cool, and they're so cheap. Ruby's like, what you got, Dad? $2. And these ones are even wooden adjusters. And I can't tell what that says. It says E-L-L, well, so, but I can't tell what the first consonant, or the first, consonant is.
Give me that.
Of Lynn. But these are all well worth picking up for $2 a piece. At $6, I might just lot them all together for $40 and let them go cheap. So $1.84 for any purse at Goodwill is crazy, but this is like really nice leather work, and it's got a vintage zipper on it, and it's labeled, and I don't know anything about it, but we're gonna for sure find out. I'll probably take it either way. All right, guys, well, we didn't do crazy well at Goodwill, and that was the other tip that I had for today. Tomorrow we'll look at other ways to stimulate more sales, but didn't look like I got a lot of sales stimulation through the rest of the day. Thanks for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing, following, clicking the bell, all of the things that you do. We'll see you on the next one.